The headlines say it all. The Wisconsin State Journal, Walker versus Barrett, the rematch.
Recall will be rematch. That was the headline in the Marshfield New Herald.
Barrett versus Walker again from the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel.
And recall rematch from the Appleton Post-Crescent.
And it says it all. The headlines tell the story. Charles Franklin joins us once again, political scientist and visiting Marquette Law School professor. Thanks for being with us today. Turnout, right?
I think so. It was an impressive turnout last night. 660,000 plus for the Democrats, 620,000 plus for Governor Walker. Put that in perspective, in the 2002 Democratic primary that featured Jim Doyle, Tom Barrett, and Kathleen Falk, that was 550,000 turnout. So this was more than 110,000 beyond what that pretty hard-fought race was, and way more than the 365,000 we saw in the Attorney General's race 6 years ago in 2006. But the other side is the Scott Walker vote at 626,000 votes for a race that was not really that hard-fought or contested. That was an amazing feat of mobilizing supporters in a show of support for the governor. And so I think what it signals is simply both sides have really ramped up their turnout game. Looking ahead, there's still a lot more turnout to come in June, but last night I think set the tone in both sides that they could blow past previous turnout levels.
What is the significant key issue, do you think, now before the general election? Is it still about collective bargaining, or is it about jobs? What do you think it'll be?
I think collective bargaining is always in the background. How you handle the budget is always part of the background. The Democrats are pushing the jobs issue more and more, and we've seen a lot of shifting in public opinion on that. In March, 22% of the respondents in our Marquette Law School poll thought the state had lost jobs in the last year. In April, that jumped up 17 percentage points to 39% thinking the state had lost jobs. And so that's one of the most dynamic and changeable elements we've seen in the polling all year. It's rooted in the job performance, and Democrats can drive that message and compare it to the governor's promise of 250,000 new jobs. The governor, in his counter-advertising, points to the unemployment rate, the percentage unemployed, and that's going down and is below the national average. Also a true statistic. And so it's tailor-made for the two parties to argue about how to understand and interpret those numbers.
By all indications, this is going to be a barn burner.
I certainly think so. You look at the advertising, which I noticed was up a lot last night. You look at the amount of money that's pouring in. But with a race as close as this one seems to be in the polling, where we show it dead even, the amount invested in get out the vote efforts and voter contact and ID, as well as the advertising wars, I think will be exceptionally large.
It'll be a busy 27 days. That's for sure.
Don't go far.
Charles, thank you.
Charles. Good to see you.